When people call Lewis Hamilton a seven-time world champion, it's not just the titles. It's what he pulls off on days like Spa. In a race where no one made more than 3 passes, he still climbed several places. And he did it after starting in the rain with a still unsettled Ferrari and coming off 2 error-filled days. We saw him struggle badly in qualifying, poor in both the sprint and Saturday sessions, knocked out in Q1 twice, almost unheard of. But on Sunday, everything changed. What looked like a weekend to forget turned into one of the smartest drives of the season. In this video, we'll show, lap by lap, how Hamilton rebuilt his race. From the mistake that dumped him at the back through the tire strategy gamble to overtakes in corners nobody expected. We'll unpack how much was pure skill, how much was racecraft, and where Ferrari helped or hurt his cause. Think you've seen it all from this guy? Hold on, because Belgium was a quiet masterclass in winning with brains and precision. To grasp the scale of Hamilton's comeback, we need to rewind to the start of the weekend. Before Sunday's lesson came 2 days of pure nightmare. Friday, sprint qualifying. Hamilton spun in the bus stop chicane, destroying his lap. Result, nowhere near the front for the sprint. Saturday's main qualifying was meant to fix that. It got even worse. On his decisive Q1 run, he ran wide at Raidillon, all 4 wheels off track, lap deleted. He ended up 16th. 2 straight Q1 exits, something we hadn't seen since Mercedes' tough 2022 spell. With a grid slot that bad, Ferrari swapped almost every component. Engine, turbo, MGUK, MGUH, battery, you name it. Over the allocation, so the penalty was automatic. He would start from the pit lane. Things looked bleak. But on Sunday, wet track, zero expectations, Hamilton reminded everyone why his name still matters. The comeback began. Race day was chaos. Heavy rain, near zero visibility, rolling start. Hamilton left from the pit lane, not even on the grid, dead last at a long, brutal circuit like Spa. Yet here's where he made the difference. While others tiptoed on the slick surface, he seemed to see everything clearly. Behind the safety car, he warmed the tires hard and mapped out the danger zones. When the race went green, he already had a plan. In the first laps, he began to climb, making neat passes on slower cars. No desperation, each move timed perfectly. A sweet dive on Carlos Sainz at the chicane, then Piastri, Hülkenberg, and Gasly, all inside 10 laps. He attacked in unusual spots, proving that even with a car advantage, you still need surgical precision on a greasy track. And the race-defining moment was coming up. The tire stop. As the track dried, a clear racing line emerged, time to gamble on slicks. Hamilton and Ferrari jumped first. While most teams hesitated, they bolted on mediums. He rejoined 17th, but with clean air. That let him bring the tires in gently and push hard without traffic. Others still skated on inters. Hamilton was already setting competitive times. The next laps reshuffled the order. Hamilton vaulted to 7th, purely on pace and strategy. Now he eyed the top 6, but it would get harder. He found himself glued to Alex Albon. Gap, barely a second, the perfect chance for one more spot. But straight-line speed is a limit talent alone can't fix. Even with DRS, his Ferrari lacked the grunt to pass the Williams on the Kemmel Straight. Lap after lap, he tried different lines, brake points, overtake mode. Nothing stuck. Laps 28 to 37, forever 1 second behind. Pace and consistency? Yes. Top speed? No. Given the weekend he'd had, simply holding 7th was a silent win. On paper, 7th sounds ordinary for a 7-time champ, but context matters. Starting from the pit lane, imperfect car, 2 error-ridden qualifying days. He still gained 11 places. No one else managed more than 3, and was voted driver of the day by almost 40% of the fans. It shows how much that drive was valued. On a day where mindset and race reading trumped raw power, Ferrari's strategy clicked. Hamilton wrung everything from the package, nailed every key decision, like that early slick stop. And when top speed boxed him in, he stayed cool and banked the points. This was more than a recovery run. It was proof Lewis Hamilton still has plenty to give when intelligence, calm, and precision matter most. In '96, days when talent rewrote the script. Nobody handed him a dominant car, a clear track, or a dry line. He built that result himself, one decision and one overtake at a time. Yet the bigger story isn't the places gained. It's the statement sent to every garage up and down the paddock. The next time the forecast turns to chaos, engineers will whisper, "Remember Spa, Hamilton's early slicks." Suddenly, strategy boards will read bolder, drivers will push earlier, and a quiet gamble may decide an entire championship swing. There's also a lesson here for rising talents who crave the headline but fear the hard climb. Comebacks aren't made of highlight reels. They're stitched from small, disciplined calls under pressure, warming tires, trusting grip, reading the radar, and choosing the lap that looks crazy until it wins. That mindset is why Lewis still shapes the sport at 40. The stopwatch ages everyone. Racecraft ages no one. And let's spare a thought for Ferrari. Critics will point to straight-line speed, but strategy finally synced with driver instinct. Proof this partnership can frustrate frontrunners all season long. If they bottle the Spa mentality, imagine what happens on shorter tracks where drag matters less and brains matter most. Looking ahead, Zandvoort, Monza, and Suzuka lie in wait. Each venue throws up its own puzzle. Wind gusts through the Dutch dunes, flat-out tempo runs in Italy, knife-edge S's in Japan. The grid knows Hamilton just passed his toughest confidence test of the year. Give him a cleaner Saturday and an unleashed power unit, and the fight for podiums tightens overnight. But that's the beauty of Formula One. Yesterday's disaster can fuel tomorrow's masterstroke. So bookmark this race. In a title battle often settled by decimals, Spa 2025 might read like a footnote, yet we'll look back and see the moment momentum quietly shifted. For now, 7th place will sit unframed on the trophy shelf, but inside the team debrief, it glows brighter than gold. Because champions aren't crowned only on the days they win, they're crowned on the days they refuse to lose. And at a rain-soaked Spa, Lewis Hamilton refused to lose. End of story. For now. Cut to black.